In this lesson, we will discuss a foundational concept of project management known as the baseline. A baseline is the reference point on which all project performance measurements are based. Baselines are the basis of comparison upon which your decisions will be made, either to accept or to change or to take preventive actions or corrective actions. I will explain this concept with a very simple example in the next slide. Assume that you have been assigned a new project. You will study the requirements and come up with a plan. According to your plan, the project will run for 5 months. You will consume $100 every month and you will make a linear progress of 20% every month on the schedule. You will take this plan to your sponsor and they will approve it. This table shows your plan, the estimated cost and the estimated schedule for every month until completion. Now, this table is your baseline for cost and schedule. You can use it for comparing your actual progress and spending while you are executing your project. You will start executing the project now. For the sake of simplicity and brevity, I will only focus on the schedule progress. At the end of first month, your target was 20% progress, but you achieved 25% progress and everyone is elated. Keep following up with this chart also as I go along. Next month, however, reality hits the schedule. You show up 3% short of your target. But there are no alarm signals yet with your sponsors. At the end of third month, there is 10% slippage on your schedule progress. It is recognized that the project is fast losing control. Your senior management asks you to take corrective and preventive actions. At the end of fourth month, there is 15% overall slippage. The corrective actions that you have put in place are slowly bearing fruit and improving the situation, even though there is a slippage. In the fifth month, there is significant improvement. Some extra overtime work is consumed, some extra buffer money is spent, and with some good luck, you manage to hit the scheduled deadline successfully. Now, the moral of the story is that if we did not have this baseline to compare against, we would have been lost. The key point here is comparison with what we had planned and what we are doing actually. To be able to compare, you should both have a baseline and you should be actively tracking your project. In this example, we only looked at the schedule, but all other key constraints of the project can be similarly baselined, like the cost and the scope also. There are 4 primary baselines, that is the scope, schedule, cost and performance measurement baselines. All these 4 baselines are components of the project management plan. Depending on the size, the complexity and the priorities of your own project, you can choose which baselines you will maintain for your project. It is not mandatory that you have to do all the 4. Our focus in the next lesson will be on the first baseline that is created for a project, that is the scope baseline. This consists of 3 components: the scope statement, which we have already seen, the WBS and the WBS dictionary. The WBS dictionary I have not mentioned so far in this course. It is just a simple repository of extra details that we uncover about the work packages in the WBS, such as you may decide that certain work package will come to a certain cost or a limit, or it may need so much effort, or some specific resources required, or there are some constraints or some dependencies, etc. You can record all of this in the WBS dictionary. A final point I want to make is that baselines should be version controlled. That is, changes cannot be made to the baseline without formal change control process. This is perfectly logical because you use it for comparison and there is no point if you keep changing it. In the next lesson, I will show the scope baseline for our ongoing EHR project and it will be very interesting. So, see you there.